What's up, guys? It's your boy Gorilla Mike. It is Friday, June 28, 2019, the last Friday in June for 2019. So next week starts July, brand new month. So what's going on in the news? It was the second Democratic debate, part two, I should say. The first one was the night before, where you had some of the tier two, the B team, I like to call it, B side. You had Elizabeth Warren, you had Cory Booker, you had Julian Castro last night, and now tonight you had the big dogs. You had, of course, Bernie Sanders, Bernie Badass. You had Joe Biden, Uncle Joe. You had Kamala Harris, Killer Camilla, Camilla the Killer, right? Who dropped a Macho Man Randy Savage elbow from the top turnbuckle right on Joe Biden's chest. Went for the pin. 1, 2, tapped out. Anyway. So yeah, Joe and Camilla came out, and people are saying all the pundits on TV are really impressed with her. She really went after Joe Biden. Had a personal little story about her own life being affected by some of the policies that Joe Biden was part of or saw back in the day in the 70s, namely busing of inner city kids or kids from impoverished communities into schools, to schools that are middle class schools from other areas, allowing them to get an equal level of education as middle class kids, white children. Joe didn't oppose that. What he did oppose was the federal government ruling on it. His idea was to leave it up to the states. So he was both right and wrong. He was right in the sense, leave it up to the states. He was wrong in the sense that some issues the federal government must step in because some states don't do the right thing. Of course, you can have progressive states like California, New York that's going to do the right thing in terms of liberal policies and equality and fairness. And then you can have southern states that are racist and bigots and they don't want to help minorities and kids get ahead in life. Okay, so both had a good point. So Kamala Harris did exactly what she had to do. When you want to be the dog, it's like Ric Flair said, to be the man, you got to beat the man, right? So Joe is the Democratic front runner, right? He's the favorite. So of course Kamala Harris is going to attack him in a little bit, try to get some of that shine to rub off on her. So she did exactly what she had to do. She went after Joe Biden. He had a target on his back. So, my favorite, in terms of my choice for this year is still Joe Biden. Let's see how things develop. It's a long time between now and November 4th, 2020. So we got a lot of time. We got over a year. So let's see how things develop. I'm not going to be one of those people that's like calling the race after one debate. You guys are jackasses and idiots if you think after one debate you've seen everything these candidates have to say, right? It's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? So, of course, last night you had Elizabeth Warren kicking ass. You had Julian Castro coming out of nowhere and getting some attention. And then tonight you had Kamala Harris doing the same thing, kicking ass, and was the star of the show. Joe was an aggressive. I think Joe is a deep down, he's an old school gentleman, right? So I don't think he was that aggressive to Kamala in his response because she's a lady, and I think Joe still has some of that old school charm, old school sort of like ideals. Anyway, I think next time, he's gonna be more aggressive, and of course, there's an old saying: "Let sleeping dogs lie." The gloves will come off. Uncle Joe's gonna take off those gloves, and he's gonna start whooping some ass next time, right? So, Joe, don't worry, we still support you, man. We still got your back. Bernie wasn't not aggressive so much today. He wasn't so impressive so much tonight. But we have to remember that people like Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, their record speaks for itself, right? They don't need to come on stage on a Democratic debate and show off, right? It's the first. Let other people shine for a little bit. So Kamala Harris did exactly what she had to do. She had to step into the race and show people who she is. So definitely after the first Democratic debate, part one and part two nights, I think the front runners are, of course, Joe Biden, still my guy. Bernie Sanders, Bernie Badass, he's coming up. He's still strong. Elizabeth Warren, she also had a good showing last night, and of course Kamala Harris tonight. So yeah, that's the four leading candidates I see after the first round of debates. So it's interesting to see how things are going to develop. I don't trust any of them because they're all politicians. Bernie, I like Bernie. He's a social democrat. He's got a lot of great ideas. Joe, of course, is my guy. I like Joe because he's a centrist, right? So we have to remember, is like you have to look at who's going to be able to beat Trump, right? Who's most suited to beat Trump. So we have to bring the Democratic Party back to the center. You know what I mean? The centrist. I'm a Democrat, but I'm a conservative Democrat. I'm probably 60% Democrat, 40% conservative. I have Democratic leanings on certain issues. I have conservative leanings on certain issues, right? So I'm for the right to bear arms, but I'm for common sense gun laws, right? I am for women's rights, abortion. I'm for the woman's right to choose an abortion, but I'm against late-term abortions, right? So you can be both. You can have liberal ideas, but you can also have conservative values, right? So we need to bring the party back to the center so we don't alienate a lot of Trump supporters, right? So when you look at people like Elizabeth Warren or Kamala Harris, Julian Castro, Cory Booker, they're minorities, right? So they're women, they're black, they're Hispanic, whatever. And that's not I'm brown. I'm not from the States. I'm not white. So I support those people. But how realistic will it be for them to be able to beat Trump? Because Trump has a lot of moderate supporters, right? He's got his diehard supporters, but he's got a lot of moderate supporters. And those moderate supporters are not going to vote for him if they have a viable candidate on the left, right? So if they will be able to vote for a person like Joe Biden. They will not vote for a person like Kamala Harris because she's a black woman. They're not going to vote for Elizabeth Warren because she's a woman with a lot of progressive ideas, right? They're not going to vote for Cory Booker. They're not going to vote for Julian Castro, right? Those people that are supporters for Trump, they're not going to support those people because they are against some of the ideas that they believe, specifically race, right? They're going to vote for Joe Biden because he looks like them. He's an old white man, right? So let's get Joe in and let Joe be that umbrella that's going to get a lot of the ideas, a lot of the liberal, progressive, maybe socialist ideas in. Democratic socialism is different from socialism, right? So you have, for those idiots out there that don't know the difference, you have democracy and communism are political ideas, right? Socialism and capitalism are economic ideas. They're totally two different things. Socialism is economics. Capitalism is economics. Democracy is political. Communism is a political system, right? So let's clear the air on that in case you idiots don't understand, right? So social democrats just say, all they're saying is that there should be, we are democracy, but there's something should be given to everybody, right? So everyone should have access to healthcare and medicine, regardless of who you are, how rich you are. Everybody has the right to live and to be healthy, right? Access to education. So everybody has the access, should have the access, equal access to education. It should not depend on how rich you are, who your parents are, so you go to a different school or you get better education. Because education is the ultimate equalizer. So you have kids coming from poor families, you have kids coming from migrant families, kids looking, they're the first generation that are ever going to school, graduate college, right? So they should have, when they leave college and they leave whatever school, trade school or whatever, they should have access to the same jobs, right, as the people that have money, right? So that's one of the things that the system tries to stop, because you keep people down by keeping their children down. It's like the caste system in India, right? So it's like you're born untouchable, your kids and your grandkids, and forever, for 1,000 generations, you will always be that. You'll always be in that caste. No, we're not that. We're not that backward, right? So, let's just think openly and positively and be sort of educated about what we're talking about when we discuss politics and some of these ideas, right? So, like I said, Joe's my guy. Bernie's got a lot of great ideas. Elizabeth Warren, so similar to Bernie, a lot of great ideas. I don't know how they're gonna do it though. And then Kamala Harris. So my dream ticket would be, to be quite frank, Joe Biden as president, Kamala Harris as vice president. I think that's gonna, and then when Joe steps down, right, Kamala's gonna be able to step in and become president. I think she'll make a great president. I don't think she's ready for it right now. I think she's got a lot of collateral that she has to establish with the public. Anyway, so that's it for the 2019 Democratic Debate Part 2, right? Let's see how it develops, the race develops. What else is in the news? So the only thing that's going on in the news really is that Trump, while the debate is going on, Donald Trump is in at the G20 summit in Japan, shaking hands and peeing on mattresses or whatever. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Anyway, so he's meeting with Putin. He's telling reporters, whatever I say to Putin's none of your business. That's what he says. Apparently, he doesn't work for the American people. He worked for himself, so it's none of our business what he's discussing with Putin. He has yet to tell Putin anything about don't fuck around with our elections. But he's Putin's guy, right? So you're not going to talk to your boss like that. You're going to get fired, right? Or worse, there's some tape's going to come out. Some compromise is going to come out on you. So yeah, Trump's in Japan doing his thing, being Trump, meeting with Putin, cursing everybody out, talking bad about people. So Not much to say on that front. There's a lot to say, of course, but I don't want to get into it. I don't like to talk too much about Trump because it just depresses me and makes me mad and makes me sad. And it's Friday, and I don't want to bring that type of energy onto you guys, right? So, yeah. So what else is going on in the news? Okay, so some more developments with NBA free agency. Apparently, it looks like it's going to be confirmed that Kemba Walker is going to go to the Boston Celtics for a 4-year, $141 million deal. Michael Jordan and the Charlotte Hornets were not going to give him the max because they're not going to the playoffs. So why should they give him the max when they're not really a playoff contender? I can understand that. I like Kemba. I think he's got a good game. He's got, I like him as a person, as a player. It's better, I think, for Charlotte to sort of rebuild. So they're gonna let him walk. He goes to Boston. He fits right in with Boston because he's going to take up Kyrie's slot. He's going to be cheaper than Kyrie, better person than Kyrie in terms of teammate per se. Similar game. So yeah, I think it'll be a good fit. So Kemba goes to Boston. That'll be a good fit with him and Tatum and hopefully Gordon Hayward comes back full strength this year. And they got some great pieces around them. So let's see what the Celtics are going to do this year in the East. And then we got, Kyrie. Kyrie can kiss my ass. I told you that shit before. I don't care where you go. You go to New York. You go to the Nets. Fuck the Nets. You go to the New York Knicks. Fuck the Knicks. There's even rumors that you're gonna go back with LeBron and AD on the Lakers. In that event, fuck the Lakers. I don't care. I don't like Kyrie. To me, is the most. I hate him the most out of anybody in the league. Right. So like, I'm so eager to root against you. Whichever team you join, I'm going to be on the opposite side. So Kyrie, kiss my ass. I called it on this same show this week. I said it'll be a great idea if Jimmy Butler, no one's talking about it. I said if Jimmy Butler was able to go to the Clippers with Kawhi, it'll make a great team. Great fit. Came out today. Kawhi is recruiting Jimmy Butler to go with him to LA with the Clippers. That'll be a perfect fit. Those are both blue-collar, hard-working guys, right? They go on the court, they leave it all on the court. They're not into the glitz and glamour. They're not into the media and talking a lot of shit and all that, on Instagram and Facebook and whatever, right? They're not into that. They're into like winning games, working hard, winning games. So I think that'll be a great fit in LA with the Clippers. Doc Rivers is going to have a great team if that works out. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope Jimmy goes to the Clippers with Kawhi. That's a great team. Definitely going to be the new favorites in the West. Of course, you got LeBron and AD there, and of course my boy Steph. Golden State's still my team. Steph's going to do it next year. Look for MVP numbers from Steph next year. Guarantee you, MVP Steph Curry. Mark my words. Anyway, and the last, of course, KD. Still nothing's going on with KD. He declined his option with Golden State. So my advice, like I said to KD, would be to stay with Golden State. Take the 5-term max deal, man. Just stay with Golden State. You don't know what's going to happen with your career. Are you going to be able to come back 100%? If you're going to be on a new team, coming back from a type of injury you're coming back from, you might not be the same, and then the pressure is going to be all on you. So stay with Golden State. Ride off into the sunset. Get your number retired. Win a few more championships. With an Achilles, an injured Achilles, man. You got Clay, you got Steph, at least backing you up, right? So the three of you guys are able to then carry on the mission. Anyway, so KD is doing his thing. Let's see what happens to him. So that's it, basically, with the NBA free agency news. Nothing more developed. Nothing's written in stone as yet. All the deals will be done by Sunday evening into Monday. So let's keep an eye on that one. Anyway. So what's going on? Anyway, it's Friday, like I said, the end of the week. I hope you enjoy your Friday. Finish strong. Enjoy your weekend. Hope you have a lot of fun, exciting things going on this weekend. Even if it's just staying home with the kids or staying home with the family or staying home with your dog or just hanging out at the house watching Netflix. Enjoy it. May all your dreams come true. Work hard. Stay focused. Stay strong. And achieve your goals, man. I'm trying to do it every day. Every day, we always work to build something. We always work to a goal. So let's accomplish something every day. Let's climb a little piece of that mountain. Let's go a little bit up till we get to that summit, man. And we look down and we see our dreams come true, right? So it's your boy Gorilla Mike signing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to make sure you get all my videos. And that's it, man. Enjoy your weekend. Peace out. Be safe. Be strong. Stay focused on your goals. Gorilla Mike, I'm out.